Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, a Candid chat with.
All of
All of
us.
us.
Happy Sunday to everyone, and happy Monday for those who are on Monday. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
Welcome to Eagles in Digital Business. Today's topic, why learning new skills is becoming more important than ever.
Yes. So also we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. Jose Mola.
Oh, okay. So my name is Mosumala, the face behind MosumConsult.com. I'm originally from Nigeria, but now I reside and I work as a healthcare worker in the imaging sector in the USA here. And I'm equally a digital business owner.
And I'm Miriam. I am from Jamaica. I'm a mom, a grandma, a wife, grandma to one, wife, and I'm a registered nurse. I have been living in the United States for a bit, and I am also a proud digital business owner.
Hola, hola. Hello, my name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina. I am a former educational assistant. I'm also a wife, a mom, a grandmother, a proud digital business owner, and a mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Karen. I'm originally from the Caribbean island of Antigua, but I'm now living in the United Kingdom. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full time in customer services, and I'm also a digital business owner.
Hi there, I'm Falak, originally from Pakistan, based in Indiana, USA, a mom of three. By profession, I'm an educator and a part time retail operation specialist as well. Plus, I am an online digital entrepreneur and a mentor. Thank you. Over to you.
Go ahead, Arshia.
Hi, hi. My name is Arshia Sayed. I'm a pharmacist. I'm originally from India, and past 28 years I live in Maryland, and I have a family, two children, and I'm happily settled past 28 years, and now I'm a proud digital business owner. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So let's dive into our topic for today.
Okay, so our topic for today is why learning new skills is becoming more important than ever.
Yes, thank you, Musumola. Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business. And happy and blessed Sunday to everyone, or happy and blessed Monday if you're ready on Monday. So, today we're talking about a topic that affects everyone of us, regardless of the age, the profession, the background, or the experience. And that is, learning. For many years, people could learn one set of skills and use them for decades, but today, that has changed, because of all the changes that are happening faster and faster, especially with technology. So the people who continue learning often position themselves better because they are able to adapt, they are able to grow and discover opportunities they may never have seen before. So today we'll explore 6 reasons why learning new skills is becoming more important than ever. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Number one, the world continues to change. Number two, learning builds confidence. Three, new skills create new possibilities. Four, learning keeps the mind active and growing. And five, learning helps navigate uncertainty. And six, is growth minded people never stop learning.
Yes, yes, thank you, Miriam. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But so let's dive into our first point.
Yeah, the world continues to change. One thing I've learned through my life is that change is inevitable. As an immigrant, I had to adapt to a new country, a new culture, and a new language. And later, after spending more than 20 years in the corporate world, I thought I understood how work and opportunity would always look. But that role kept changing. Technology changed, the way we communicate changed, and the way we learn changed. And opportunities changed too. That what worked 10 years ago may not be enough today. And that's when I realized I couldn't rely only on what I already knew. I needed to keep learning and growing. When I decided to explore digital skills and new ways of creating opportunities, it wasn't because I had all the answers. It was because I understood that learning would help me adapt to the world that continues to evolve. And I discovered something powerful. The people who continue growing are not always the people who knows the most. They are the people who are willing to keep learning. Change is a part of life. The question isn't whether the world will continue to change. The question is whether we are willing to grow along with it. So today I want to leave you with this. The more adaptable you become, the more opportunities you'll be able to recognize and pursue. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel just talked about the world continues to change. So as she mentioned, everything is changing. We're talking about the technology, the consumer behavior, even, and all the things that surround us. So if you stop learning, you're not gonna be able to keep up with all the changes. So learning allows you to stay current to what is happening, and it's also allows you to adapt and be able to recognize opportunities. We do have a couple of comments here. We do have one from Visimana Fabian. He say hi. Hi Visimana, thank you for watching. Thank you for your comment. And he also sent this, so thank you. And Isabel also made a comment. What is one skill or question? What is one skill or area of knowledge you could start learning today that might create more opportunities for your future? So there you go. All right, so let's move on to point number 2.
Okay, the second point says that learning builds confidence. Just like Isabel said just now, that the world is changing, and the way to actually move with it is when you learn new things, because it's not going to go back to what it was in times past, like 20 years ago, some years behind. We were not using all these innovations on phone, talking online and doing things like that. If you want to travel, you get to the airport, you get your boarding pass, you do. But now, if you are waiting until you get to the airport to make your boarding, you'll just see that you are behind. What is happening now is that you board on your phone. So why do you need to struggle? And like in my profession, new equipment, because the old equipments were no longer um, adequate or enough to go into the diagnosis and the treatment of patients and new diseases and so on that are coming up. So we just have to be abreast in learning. If you stay put on the equipment you were using 5 years ago, you just discover that you are outdated. Or when you are meeting with colleagues everywhere, you just need to discuss about new things that are happening. You don't want to be left behind, because many people believe confidence comes first. No, it doesn't come. When people are discussing in your area of career and you are not able to come up and say, oh, I learned this new, oh, I had this, and able to compare two things, three things together, then you just discover that when people are discussing, you just stand there and be looking at them. In reality, confidence often grows through learning and experience. Every new skill we develop expands our belief in ourselves. You'll be able to stand. You know when your colleagues are talking, you are talking, and you know you are talking sense. Knowledge reduces uncertainty, and the more we learn, the more capable we feel. You'll be able to stand tall. You'll be able to discuss and, compare things. You'll be able to make contribution, that is worthwhile contribution to conversations because of what you know. Although we can't say that you know everything, but substantially you should be able to be abreast in the current things that are happening. Confidence is often built one lesson at a time, not everything jumbled together. That's my contribution.
Thank you, Musumola. Yeah, so Musumola just talk about learning builds confidence. I love the example of the airport. Because I was one of those who didn't feel confident doing the check-in online. So I rather go very early to the airport and do it through the agent. But then I realized that it's better if you do it online. So I decided to learn. And now I do my check-in. From home, and then I just check my baggage. So it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Um, Another example of that is I'm glad that I wasn't part of that era, but for people working before, they used to use the typewriter. Then the computers came in, you know. So they were not used to that new technology, but they needed to adapt. So they needed to learn how to use that computer to be able to do their job. So these are examples of how learning a new skill will allow you to adapt, and to move forward. Um, so if you don't learn, you're gonna stay behind, like Musumola mentioned. So let's move on to the next point. Oh, I think we lost her. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
So, I have learned from my professional and educational background of 23 years, learning keeps the mind active and growing. If I said that, it means learning keeps the mind active, sharp, and open to new possibilities. Growth does not end when we leave school, it continues throughout every stage of life. Every new skill we learn strengthens our confidence, expands our perspective, and prepares us to face coming challenges with creativity and resilience. Lifetime learning helps us stay curious, adaptable, and ready for change in a rapid and evolving world. So the habit of learning keep us moving forward, unlocking our potential and creating a brighter future for ourselves and those who are around us. It helps us remain open minded and adaptable. Our growing mind sees possibilities where others see the limitations. Today's takeaway is the habit of learning keeps personal growth always alive. Learning is what you are transforming yourself. And as we know, the world is changing. So keep learning, keep growing is where the growth comes. And that is your recognition. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Falak. So Falak just talk about learning keeps the mind active and growing. Yeah. So when every time that you keep learning something new, your mind is still active. So you don't let it sleep. So this would be good for people that retire. To keep learning. Because that way your mind is still active, and you can avoid like forgetting things, because you're always learning new things. And also, like Palak mentioned, by learning, it allows you to grow. And by growing, you are able to see opportunities in front of you. You're able to be more open minded, and to adapt to the changes that come your way. So that's part of the learning that allows you to be that. All right, so let's move on to the next point.
Okay, so the next point is learning helps us navigate uncertainty. And have you ever noticed that uncertainty feels less overwhelming when you understand what's happening around you? The truth is, uncertainty is part of life, and we can't always control what happens, but we can control how we prepare for it. That's why learning is so important. Every new skill you develop, every book you read, every lesson you learn increases your ability to adapt when life changes. Knowledge has a way of reducing fear because it helps us to feel more confident and prepared. And the people who continue to learn are often the people who are better equipped to handle challenges, seize opportunities, and navigate unexpected situations. So don't stop growing. Don't stop asking questions. Don't stop investing in yourself. The more we learn, the more prepared we become because learning isn't just about gaining information, it's about increasing our ability to respond to change with confidence. Remember, learning today can create opportunities tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. So Karen just talked about learning help us navigate uncertainty. So just like she mentioned, learning really allows to be able to adapt when things happen because in life, there's gonna be challenges, there's gonna be setbacks, but because of the learning that you have done throughout your life and then that you keep learning, it allows to learn skills, apply them to depending on the circumstance, or it allows you to learn from experiences and then you're able to adapt and like detour that setback or challenge. So really learning help us navigate uncertainty in different ways. So okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. Growth minded people never stop learning. So let's talk about a scenario just to start off with that many of us are used to. You're sitting at your kitchen table late at night, you're staring at the computer screen, you're trying to figure out a new digital skill, you're tired from work, your day job, your house is quiet, and you're trying to learn something completely outside your comfort zone. And right there, the frustration hits. Like a voice comes into your head and say, like for my case, I'm a grandma. You're a grandmother. You're a professional nurse, not a tech expert. Why are you putting yourself through this? So you just want to close the laptop and just stay where it's safe. Because for me personally, for 20 years, I was just comfortable as a nurse. But in today's world, what worked yesterday is simply not enough for tomorrow. So this is why I'm speaking about growth-minded people and then never stop learning. So one thing that connects every successful digital business owner is that they never stop learning. The most successful people remain students. They read, they ask questions, they seek mentorship, they stay curious. In the past, like I think Mo mentioned this, you could learn one skill and use it for decades. But today, everything changes fast. Technology, platforms, algorithms, opportunities. And the people who keep learning are the ones who stay adaptable. They're the ones who turn challenges into chances. As we're right here and we are digital business owners because, that gives learning just gives you the potential for the future. And one of the potential that we were given is, or we have adapted into, is being digital business owners, right? So learning new skills isn't optional anymore. It's a key to staying relevant, confident and competitive in this digital world. And again, Mo used the airport check-in, booking your ticket and checking in. And another thing, that we have to do is maybe the grocery stores. You have long lines, but you can also just self checkout as well. So you have to adapt to all sort of technology because it's in every aspect of our world now. So do not let a temporary learning curve cheat you out of a permanent legacy. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Miriam. I love the last phrase, the last sentence that you mentioned. That was really good. Um, so Miriam just talked about the growth minded people never stop learning. And I love what she mentioned about, that most successful people often, they're often remaining students because they're always learning. And yeah, so yesterday I was in a Zoom training, and there were successful people, that were interviewed, and that most of them, like all of them that they were talking there, they were talking about self development. They work on self development all the time because that's how you keep your growth minded. Um, so you're able to learn. You're able to face changes and overcome challenges and be able to see opportunities, just like Miriam mentioned. Um, and there's different ways that you can learn. You can ask questions, like for example here we have like mentorship. So um, staying curious is a way of always learning, because you always want to learn, okay, what is about that, and that opens your mindset to be growing, to learn new things. So yeah, so never stop learning. That's the main topic of here. Okay, so what is our key takeaway for today?
Okay. If there is one lesson we hope that you take away from this conversation, it's this: learning has no expiration date. No matter your age, no matter your background, no matter your current circumstances, growth remains available to those who remain willing to learn. Every new skill, every new lesson, every new conversation has the potential to expand your future. Keep learning, keep growing, keep staying curious, because of tomorrow because some of tomorrow's opportunities may be waiting for the skills you choose to develop today.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, so that was our key takeaway for this topic. And now let's see what is our message for the audience.
As you reflect on today's conversation, ask yourself, what is one skill you've always wanted to learn but haven't started yet? Sometimes growth begins with a single decision to become a student again.
Yes. Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so that's our reflection question for this topic today. So we have arrived to the end of our life. So we hope so that you got to learn, and understand, why learning new skill is becoming more important than ever. We have seen it through decades that have passed. For example, we were talking earlier about the typewriter, being replaced by the computer. And as we going through, the years, things have evolved, and it's gonna keep evolving, and with technology, it's gonna go faster and faster. So you don't want to be left behind. So if you don't want to be left behind, you gotta keep learning to learn those new skills, to be able to be open minded and see those opportunities and be able to adapt to any challenges that come your way. All right, so let's find out what is our topic for next Sunday. Falak?
Next Sunday's topic: why more people are choosing growth over comfort in today's changing world. Thank you.
Thank you, Falak. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna be talking next Sunday. So it's a conversation about mindset, adaptability, resilience, and why stepping outside of comfort zone often creates opportunities for personal growth. So it's all about stepping out of our comfort zone and go and try. Like I was mentioned, I was I was in my comfort zone to go do my check-in with the agent. But there was a point like, okay, I gotta learn how to do that because it's easier that way than for me, to do the line, to wait for checking my ticket. So
Yeah.
now I can do it earlier and faster, from
Yeah.
home and easy. So yeah, so you have to learn and adapt. And so yeah, so hope so you learned something today. So saying that, we want to wish everyone, well, first of all, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We also have some like emojis from Sadaf Fahim, Hodesh Matias, and Bismana Fabian. So thank you so much for your like emojis and for watching the live today and for the comments that we received today too. So saying that, we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead. Well, sorry, week ahead for everyone. Uh, Thank you again for being here with us today, and we'll see you again on our next episode for the Eagles in Digital Business. I can chat with.
All
All
of
of
us.
us.
Thank you,
See
everyone.
you. Have a blessed week.
Bye.
Yes. Thank you.